Do you have aspirations to become a homeowner? On today's Did You Know show, we're going to take you on the journey to buying a home.
So if you are in the market to purchase a new home, or maybe you know somebody who's looking to buy in the near future, you're going to watch this video and even send it to them as well, because we're going to go over the critical steps you need to know to homeownership, right?
Yeah.
So the first one is building your team. And we say team because a team is involved in buying a home. You have the trusted local experts, that realtors like us. You want to use a trusted local lender as well. There's home inspectors, there's title companies. So it's good to, first step is to build that team of people. And the person you want to reach out to that is us, because we have those local experts that will help build your team right away from the get-go. That's the first step.
All right, the second piece is to come up with your financial plan. And this has a few parts to it. One thing we do highly recommend is to familiarize yourself with your FICO score and the health of your credit. In some cases, people who have aspirations to buy a home actually have to do a little bit of credit repair before they're eligible for a mortgage loan. And again, the better FICO score you have, the better interest rate you're going to get on those mortgages, so that's highly important. Secondly is to boost your savings. You have to think of your down payment and your closing costs. So consulting with a professional, working with that local lender, you can come up with a plan for a down payment and then proceed accordingly.
Yeah, the next step is a really, really critical one in my opinion, and this is where the trusted lender comes into play, and that's knowing your numbers, based on your income, based on the current rates, based on your down payment, based on your credit score. All those factors come into play about how much you can afford in purchasing a home. And you don't want to overextend yourself, right? Yeah. So you want to stay within your budget, not to overextend and feel uncomfortable. You do not want to be house poor. So this is a critically important step to knowing your numbers.
Okay, the next step is an exciting one. We love being a part of this process. Again, as David said, once you know your numbers, working with that lender and get your pre-approval, the house shopping can begin. Working with your trusted local realtor, you can start looking at homes. You probably have somewhat of a wish list that you need to have as far as number of bedrooms, certain amenities. Some flexibility is always important, I think, but you can start to look at homes and decide which ones you want to make offers on.
Speaking of offers, once you find your home that you fall in love with, it's time to write an offer, and it's super important to work with a knowledgeable and experienced realtor to craft your offer in the right manner, to be able to negotiate properly with the seller. And Julie, once their offer gets accepted, what do they need to do to ensure the house doesn't fall apart?
Yeah, so as we mentioned in the very beginning, building that team, you touched on home inspectors.
Yeah.
I mean, you have periods of time to do your due diligence. You're going to want to get a home inspection, roof inspection, pest inspection. These are fairly customary things. But then you can digest the results of those inspections and see if you're comfortable with those results, or perhaps if you should continue with the home search. Also, during this time, an appraisal is done to validate the value of the home. Ultimately, once those things are done and you get final loan approval, you are very close to the finish line.
Yep, the last step of this process, we're going to make it official. You're going to go in and sign all the final loan papers. You're signing your life away to that mortgage company, unfortunately, but that's the necessary evil in this process. But once you sign, the lender funds your loans. They record it with the county, and you get the keys that same day. You are now officially a homeowner, so it's a super exciting process. It's a long process, there's a lot to learn, but it's possible. 65% of people in the United States are homeowners, so we definitely know it's a possibility, and we are here to help. So if you have any questions about purchasing a home, feel free to reach out. And if you want to see more of our videos, if you're on YouTube, hit that subscribe button right down below. And thank you so much for watching this week's episode of our Did You Know Show.